It's a mean machine.
It is a mean machine. I can build you one if you want one.
Looks good.
What do you reckon? Do you reckon you got me off the line? No. Right guys, what's going on? So we're getting out on the chopper today. Going to give it a little test run whilst it's actually daylight and not raining for 5 minutes. It's freezing cold, but I'm a little bit better prepared today. The batteries are fully charged. I've got the padded motorcycle jacket on. I'm going to wear a full motorcycle crash helmet. And we're going to see if we can do the top speed test run. Right, I'm going to get a multimeter on it, take a reading of the voltage before I go for a little test ride. And then I'm going to put the GPS speedo on this thing, on my phone, and I'm going to take the distance and the amps, just give myself a rough idea of how much battery life this thing's got. I'm not going to venture too far from home just in case. I don't fancy pushing this back, especially if it starts raining. Right, anyway. Right, that's reading 77 volts on the button. We'll put that number against whatever the voltage is when I get back, just to give ourselves a rough idea of the range on this thing. Right guys, welcome back to another episode of Steve Rides Dodgy Homemade E-Bikes. Fucking hell. This is like a Kuberg that smokes marijuana. It's just fast and chilled at the same time. Right, I feel like that maxed out then for 34, but it gets there pretty quick. We'll see, because I haven't even messed around with the settings on the Sabaton yet, but I just want to get out today to get an idea once the Jag gets out of the way. Come on, Jag. Oh Jesus, I can pull out of there. I bet I can pull away quicker than the cars. Yep. Right, it's maxed out on that, I think. Whoa, what the fuck, man? I hit the throttle a little bit. I was not expecting it to kick like that. I feel like I could beat most of the cars off the lights. Or most of regular cars anyway. I would say that it's actually limiting it to 34. I'm not saying it's going to go a lot faster than that, but I think it should be able to do 40. I mean, I haven't played with the settings of the Sabaton yet. Should we race the Transit off the line? What do you reckon? Do you reckon you got me off the line? No. My God, so quick. We are at 1.7 miles of hooning it. Oh, it's lovely on roads like this. It's like a little racetrack. Yeah, I better not get carried away. This thing's not built for handling. I'm gonna get a pedal strike and end up dying. Actually, I think it might be a good time to pull over and check the temperature of things before I get carried away, as Andy Kirby rightfully said to me in a WhatsApp message last night. Let's see what's going on with this bike. I'll turn it off for a sec. Controller, absolutely stone cold. Cables, cold. Cables, stone cold. Cold. Everything cold. What we want to see. Hello, doggo.
It's a mean machine.
It is a mean machine.
Like it.
Yeah. I can build you one if you want one.
Looks good.
It is a lot of fun. See you later.
Yeah.
I will. You too. Righty. Onwards and upwards with the fun. 2 miles in. Right, hill test. Big gradient. Ready for 100% throttle. Oh yeah, I like it. Even when you're rolling, you should bang the throttle 100%. It's got some serious kick to it. Right, 2.27 miles. I have no idea how much battery we've got. Absolutely none. Not sketchy at all, is it? Not sketchy one bit. Can't believe nothing was hot. Nothing was warm at all. Alright, let's cruise it for a bit. I don't want to keep doing acceleration tests one after the other. I think you're asking for trouble if I do that. But we're at 2.63 miles on a 6 amp hour battery. Absolutely hooning it with goodness knows how many watts. Maybe once. I mean, I've obviously drained a bit of the battery, so it's probably not putting as many watts as it would do. Right, we're over 3 miles now. I don't know if this thing's just going to die all of a sudden or what. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Whoa! Oh, oh shit, golf in the road. It's all going wrong. I don't want to go much more than 4 miles on 6 amp hours because I think that's pretty good when you're hammering it. When you see e-bike manufacturers stating their bikes do 40 or 50 miles, it's normally stupidly inflated, like ridiculously inflated, like realistically. 3.6 miles of hooning. I'll say we're still going strong, but I've actually no idea because we've set the display to 60 volts and it's a 66 volt battery. It's showing 95% though, so that's pretty insane, isn't it? I don't really fancy walking the bike home, so there's probably going to be people in the comments talking about the top speed, which happens every time anyway. When I refer to speed, it's not always about top end, it's about acceleration and power. And I'm not sure which I prefer, to be honest, because having a bike that even does 30 but gets there, I mean this does about 34, 35 at the moment, but having something that gets there this quick, I mean look, 3, 2, 1, go. 25, 30, I think the speedo lags behind a little bit. We're doing 34 and I'm pretty sure the speedo's lagging by a couple of seconds. If I come to a halt, it'll probably still say I'm doing 10 mile an hour sort of thing. So it doesn't take long at all. We're up over 4 miles now. I'm getting a bit worried about the battery range. I might pull in because I don't want to run these lipos too low on a test ride. And 3, 2, 1, go. Do you know what? I should try sitting down, shouldn't I? This is going to be a weird experience sitting down on this thing, I can tell you that. It already feels super weird. It feels like this kind of setup with the big ape hangers is designed for... Feels like this is designed for cruising speeds, not warp 9 speed. Oh! The saddle just literally squished down and my arse went into the back wheel. That feels crazy down low, it makes it feel even faster. I actually like sitting down, it feels like you're on a go-kart, it feels even faster. 4.5 miles. I swear the back end just spun up then. It turned into a drift machine. I'm going to have to do another temperature check when I finish. I'm afraid to get the throttle on around the bend because I really think it will actually wheel spin up. Right, I can feel the power dropping now, definitely. I'm on 4.8 miles. I'm on 4.89 miles though now, so yeah, I hope the power's just died. Let me try turning it down in power, see if it'll give me anything. Controller protect. Error 02. Ooh. Let's have a feel of the temperature and see what's going on. That won't be good if I've melted something. I've got to be honest, I didn't really give it much of a rest then, did I? I've just been hooning it for 5 miles. Although I did stop once to check the temperature, so starting to feel some heat off the back wheel now. Only a little bit low, it's just a little bit warm. Controller's stone cold. What's going on, guys? So it's the next day now. Unfortunately, I have killed the bike. I'm not entirely sure what I've done. Nothing overheated when I was out on it to the touch. However, I noticed a couple of the cables near the connection where I just bodged it with a Scotch block had heated up a little bit. So unfortunately, the bike is now dead for the time being. Yeah, what have we learned from this? Not a lot really. Just had some fun. In hindsight, I'm not sure if that's the way I want to go with the chopper, even if I can get it working again. It's a lot of fun being on a bike that big that can go that fast. However, I just don't think it suits that style of bike. It's something that I just grab in the summer and cruise around on. I think it was a little bit underpowered at 750 watt. I think 9,000 watt may have been a tad on the excessive side. It's a lot of fun. However, I don't think that is a system that I want to go. Sorry about the seagulls. I don't think it's not the route I want to go down for that bike. I don't think. Hopefully the Sabaton's still healthy. I think I probably even melted the Hall or phase sensor cables a little bit potentially. I've started stripping back the wire. Found a couple of exposed ones. Nothing too bad, so I don't know. I'm thinking at this point I've either damaged the hub wheel or the phase and Hall sensor cables have maybe melted a little bit. I mean, I was hooning it. This brings me on to two things actually. We did learn something. I got to nigh on 5 miles before the error come up of absolutely hooning it everywhere, just putting away full acceleration. And on 6 amp hour batteries, it was showing 73 volts when I got back. Yeah, it's still showing 73 volts out of, I believe it was 76, 77 volts. So I don't even think the battery died. So 6 amp hour range is actually pretty decent. I'm probably quite likely to use them batteries, to be fair. I mean, I will be using them obviously because I bought them now, but they're going to go on something else. I'm not sure what yet, but it's going to be something that's more designed for just hooning and having a little bit of crazy fun. You know, drift kart, electric go-kart, electric quad, mountain bike, all going to be a lot more suitable than an 8-foot lowrider chopper that, you know, pedal strikes the ground when you go around corners. It's just not the one having a 9,000 watt lowrider. A lot of fun, but yeah, it's too sketchy. Don't suit the vibe of the bike being like a kind of summer cruiser beach thing, and that's what I want to carry on using it as. So potentially looking at going down the route of turning it into like maybe 2,000 watt, something like that. May change the back wheel, may not. I need to see if it's damaged, so that project's going to go on the back burner for a bit, but I hope you enjoyed the fun as much as I did, having a 9,000 watt e-bike for a couple of days. Was a lot of fun, but is what it is. It's kind of a knew it was a potential risk of. The thing was, I'm using a wiring loom off of maybe. I'm using a wiring loom that was probably designed for something no more than 1,500 watts, 1,500 watt kind of wiring loom. I do need to get hold of some higher rated cables to run this kind of power. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that video anyway, guys, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in a video soon.